How y'all doing? ArmyStinger here again, guys. Today I am here, my support video and contest entry into ArmyStinger150's subscriber appreciation giveaway. Like a boss. Alright, Army Stinger wanted us to show a collection. He hoped that it would be related somehow to guns, knives, tactical gear. But it can be about anything that you happen to collect. He didn't really care. His preference was, of course, tactical type stuff. And you know me, I aim to please. Sorry, just enjoying some Sam Adams here. So, I got out some of my knives in my knife collection. Yeah, just some of them. Not all of them. Can't find all of them. But I got a big gambit here. A lot of different knives. Some expensive, some quite cheap. Some I'm proud of, some not so much, that kind of deal. And yeah, thought I'd go over them. Take a look at them with you. Oh, great. My battery's dying. Son of a gun. In it, every time you're going to make a video, your battery's dying. Alright, I got to switch out batteries. And we're back. There we go. You got to be ready for everything. Or anything. Oops. Whatever. Anyway, got my new battery in. That took about 30 seconds. Alright, so I was going to go over some of the knives I got. So first, let me show you what I got here. This might take a while. I mean, I don't know if you wanted me to go over it or just show it to you. But, anyway. Alright, over there. Whoa, my tripod is not stable. Good enough. Alright. Right there we have one of the oldest knives. One of the knives I've had for the longest time. Right here. That's the GiveAway Dragon Lord. Look at that bad boy. It's a fantasy knife. It's made by United Cutlery. But honestly, it's been a pretty decent knife. I've had this probably 20 years. Maybe not 20. It's pushing 20 years. At least 15. It's a heavy knife. It's 440C. Made in China, most likely. I don't know. That's a GiveAway design. Dragon Lord. It's been a decent knife. I used to beat it around a little bit when I was younger. And right there, there's another GiveAway. That's the Scorpion. Now this is a special knife. I've had this over 10 years. Pushing 15 again. This is definitely 20 years old. Because this one's probably 15. I was younger back in the day, didn't know a whole heck of a lot about knives. But I looked at them, saw them, thought they were pretty cool. This one's special because, well, it's a limited edition gold-plated one, number one. And number two, it was the first Valentine's Day present that my wife gave me. Yep. Pretty devastating looking knife. I don't think you'd want to get clocked in the head by that and pommel or anything else that has to do with this knife for that matter. Pretty awesome knife as far as, great mantle piece. Something to set up on top of the mantle, little conversation piece, and it was an awesome Valentine's Day gift. It was a limited edition collector's. 1701 out of 2000, and basically it's been in that little case that it came with since the day I had it. Alright, so those are my two earlier blades. Not a high quality blade, but they have some sentimental value. The Dragon Lord being the one I've had the longest, the Scorpion being, from the wife. I got another one. It's kind of a, it's not a high-end knife. It's kind of, yeah, that one. It's one that you'd never see outside of a video like this. This one has some sentimental value too, though. This was given to me by a friend, and he just had it, gave it to me. He knew I like knives. It's, you know, it's a Frost cutlery, so it is what it is. It's a big old hunk of steel with a freaking skull on it. It's a pirate knife, arg. But yeah, it's a Frost cutlery, but you know what, I like it because my best friend basically gave it to me, and so it's pretty special. So those three are the ones that probably have the longest, but you know, I think like a lot of people, you start your collections not knowing what the hell you're doing, or collections, I don't know, I like knives. The only thing I'd heard of before this is probably, what did I knew Gerber, I knew Buck. I knew they were good. I had a Buck. I have no idea where it is. I had a Gerber. I've lost a lot of knives. I probably lost more knives than I own. Well, maybe not quite as many as I own now. But yeah, I've lost a lot of knives. My very first knife ever was a Barlow my father gave me. It's a little pocket knife. Anyway, let's take a look at some other stuff we got here. All right, we'll just pan down. Right there, we got a Benchmade Bone Collector D2 Steel Skinner. It's a good hunting knife. The one right below it is a Gerber. It's a Gerber Freeman. This has been my hunting knife for 10 years or so. It's, I believe, the Mystery Steel by Gerber. They actually make one that's S30V now. Wouldn't mind having. I do like this. I mean, this thing is a great Skinner. It's jimped beyond belief. Good knife. Here's probably one of the most expensive knives on the table. I won this in a contest here on YouTube from Neptune Knives. Apparently he's back at making movies again, or videos. But this is a Strider. I don't know if we can... It's a Strider. This is a WP Tonto. This is S30V steel Strider. It was about a $175 knife, but you can't find them anymore. If you can, let me know. I don't know if they stopped making them, or if there's too high of a demand, what happened, but if you look around, you'll find them on websites, but you'll find them out of stock, and you just can't get these anymore. So, yeah. If you want it, make me an offer. Anyway, so that's my Strider. Like I said, one of the most expensive ones on the table. Here's one of my first better quality knives. This one you also can't get anymore. So if you don't have one, good luck trying to find one. I think I bought the last two that were available for sale. And J. Hines Yahoo has the other one. But this is an Ontario Spec Plus Quartermaster SP17. Great little knife. Not sure why they stopped making it. It's a really good knife for what it's made for. It comes with a crappy sheath, as Ontario is known for. But it's a really good knife. Great little fighting knife. Great little survival knife. Great little go-to-war knife. I don't know why they stopped making them. They must have a new version in the new SP lineup, but I really like this one. Next one down is an Ontario SP6 Fighter. It's been highly modified by me, but it's a good knife as well. Nice long fighting knife. It could work as a survival knife, but it's not the best. You want a survival knife? Here's a good Ontario. This is the Ontario SP43. That was, sorry, I don't know why I said that was. That's the SP6 Fighter by Ontario. This is the Ontario Gen 2 SP43. This is a 5160 steel. That's 1095, 1095 S30V Mystery Steel D2. Probably 440C. 440C. Alright, another high-end knife on the table. Booyah! Right here, it's a Spyderco Shamrock Love this knife. VG10 steel, Spyderco. It's just a great knife, it really is. It will work as a survival knife. It's a strong knife. It will baton through wood. But as light as it is, I think it's honestly probably a better fighter than anything else. But you can definitely use it out for some small process. You can definitely use it for some small processing of wood tasks. It's a really good knife outdoors. But just because it just lacks weight as far as like chopping, you can chop with it. The blade will take it. I've done it, but it's so light and fast. Like I said, it's better of a defensive blade than anything. You know, I wouldn't mind taking this to war. The only problem with that is it comes with I think it's a Kydex, but it's a pretty crappy sheath. Rattles around that sheath, but whatever. Good knife. Here's another high-end blade. Well, this could be one of the highest-end blades on the table if you played MSRP, paid retail. If you bought this from Buck's website, this is a Buck Hoodlum, Ron Hood, Buck Hoodlum. I think it's like a $230 knife on Buck's website, but I think I paid $140 for it. You can get them now for like closer to $100. If you ever want to know how I feel about that knife, I don't know. It's a decent knife. Once again, it's probably a better fighting knife than a survival blade. It is light. It can work, do some hard work. But I've got a history with this knife that's not always been stellar. This, however, is my favorite outdoors knife, favorite survival knife. This is an Ontario RD9 Bush. This is part of the Ranger series. You read that? This is a great knife. I love this knife. It's excellent. It's well, this one's 5160. That's VG10. This is 1095. It's a really good knife. Here we have a decent knife. Despite what you might have heard, this is actually a decent knife. The Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. It's not the ultimate survival knife, but it is a decent knife. The most impressive blade I've ever had is this one, the Mora Companion, just because of the size of it and the thickness and what this thing's actually capable of doing. This thing has impressed me more than almost any other knife on this table. Here's another Mora. This is actually the Light My Fire steel, or fire knife. As you can see, I'm missing my fire steel. This did not come out when I was in the woods. This came out when I put it in the most dangerous place ever, which is the back seat of my car, and my dog was back there, and my daughter was back there. And between my dog and my daughter, somehow, even though when I was batoning through wood with this thing, the fire steel didn't even think about coming off. A 5-year-old and a pup, a 5-year-old and a dog will jack your crap up quick. I'm sure it's somewhere in my car. I just gotta find it. I haven't been able to find it, but this is a decent knife as well. I prefer this knife. I wish they had actually designed the fire steel knife off the Companion. Just basically put a fire steel in the back of this one instead of what they've done here. They kind of have a thinner blade, a little bit of a narrower grind in the Scandi, and I don't know why they did that up front. It's still a really good knife. I do like it, but like I said, I like the little longer Companion. What else we got? Boom! Another really impressive blade, CRKT Razel. I definitely highly recommend this. It's a great knife. Up here I got a solid fielder. Another really nice knife. I got this from my good buddy Jay Hines Yahoo, just because he's awesome. Here's my CRKT Drifter that I won in the Edge Observers contest. Another great blade. A couple really nice little teeny tiny pocket knives. Buck Bantam Nanos. I like these. I have two, as you can see. I have a third one somewhere else. About one of the only customs on the table that I didn't make. Right here, nice little knife. This is made by Crawdaddy from Crawdaddy Forge. He's here on YouTube. He made this knife out of a lawnmower blade. It's a really nice little knife. Pretty cool. My only custom. All right. Back there we got my only cold steel. My buddy Jay Hines thinks I have a problem as much as I think he has a problem, but he thinks I don't have enough cold steel, and I think he's got too much. But yeah, that's the only cold steel blade. It's not that I don't like cold steels. I really have been impressed with this knife. It's been a good knife. It's the biggest folder I own, and yeah, it is a folder. And it's got a wave feature here, so you pull it out of your pocket, the bad boy snaps right open. Good knife, would recommend it, like it a lot. That knife right below it though is probably the most expensive knife on the table. If you discount the retail price or the MSRP of the Buck Hoodlum, this is a Fox Citadel collaboration. It's the Damios from Fox Knives. There we go. It's a Fox Citadel collaboration. The Damios, or Demos, made in Italy. It's N1690 steel. I really like this knife. I also won this knife from Neptune Knives. The same time I won the Strider. This is about a $200 knife. It's getting really hard to find these, especially with the wood handles. There's a few out with G10. I'd like to get a hold of one. I've seen them for $199. It's about the lowest as I've seen these. I do really like this knife. Despite its size, it's really light. It's sharp as hell. And this actually has an edge on it by Jay Davis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's here on YouTube as well. But he sharpened this. He put a mirror edge on it. I unfortunately dropped it, and it's got a couple dings in the blade because I dropped it on the concrete. But nice knife. I do like this a lot. Next, another impressive knife, but very high value knife is the Buck Vantage. Just the regular Buck Vantage with basically fiber reinforced nylon. What the hell they call that? FRN? Yeah. FRN scales, I believe, and 440C blade, which Buck does an excellent job heat treating. It's a bit dirty. This rides in my car all the time. I use this a lot, and I do quite like it. I wouldn't mind getting one of the more expensive versions, just because I like this one so much. It is a non-assisted knife, but typically comes out quick. I think it's got some soda in it, being in my car console. So it's slowed down a little bit, but good knife, recommend it. Next, right over there, we got the CRKT Triumph, which is a Crawford design knife. This is a pretty nice knife for tactical pocket folder. The only thing I don't like about this thing is it's actually a little big. It won't fit in a knife pocket. It's too wide. So I have the what do I have? What am I wearing right now? True Spec. Wear this True Spec 24/7 pants a lot, and this is too large for the actual dedicated knife pocket. It has to ride in your pants pocket. Really grippy G10 though. Really nice knife. I believe it's all 8. I don't know if it's worth its original price of $150, but it's a nice knife. I ain't paying $150 for it. I paid significantly less, and I think it's a good knife for what I paid. Here we have, dang, this video is getting really long. All right, here we got the Kershaw Asset. Nice assisted open knife. It is Chinese made. It's a 8CR 13 MOV. Right below it, we got recently I just found out the only knife I own that has titanium in it. It's titanium lined. Yeah, titanium liners in this bad boy. This is the Benchmade Nitrous Striker, which is 913, I believe. Model 913. I won this on Jay Hines Yahoo's. I think it was his 500 subscriber contest. Here I got a Benchmade Griptilian. This is 555 or 553. 553. Griptilian. Pretty nice knife. Not the best knife in the world. A lot of people go crazy about the grips. It's okay. It's a good knife. Maybe if I had a different version rather than Tonto point, be a little better. But I don't know. It's a good knife, just not the best ever. My Kershaw Turbulence. I do love this knife. This has a Sandvik steel, which I can't remember what the Sandvik steel is, and it's not on the blade, but it's a Sandvik steel. Great knife. Kershaw. Crap, what's this one called? Compound. Well, they're cheaper overseas produced blades, but it is a nice knife. Do you like it? Here I have a Kershaw Volt 2. I like the Kershaws. They're quick, man. They open fast. Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops, baby. Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops. One of my cheaper blades. Yeah, whatever. It's a $12 knife. But it's okay. Here I got the Rat 1 by Ontario. Excellent folder. Over here, one of my other old favorite tactical folders is the CRKT Hammond Cruiser with the Desert Sand scales. My all-time favorite EDC blade, the Endura. Brown FRN scales, VG10 steel, and a new one you haven't seen here before. Oh yeah, got the Endura with the Emerson Wave. Oh baby, gotta love it. VG10 steel, and the bad boy opens up right out of the pocket. I love this knife. This might be my new favorite. Another knife you haven't seen that I picked up recently is the Spyderco Native. I love this knife as well. Great design, looks great, feels great in the hand. You can get a nice full hand grip here with that extra finger choil I have up, or a very comfortable 3-hand grip here. Very nice. And I got this knife because I bought this knife. Got this from Valerie Ann Lee here on YouTube. Most of you guys should know Val. I bought this knife off of her. She was having one of her knife sales. If you ever have any wonders about, doing business with Valerie, excellent person to do business with. No troubles whatsoever. Got it shipped right out. It's been a great knife. This is my wife's knife, and my wife never carried a knife until I got her this one. And I've given her many different knives to carry, and she'll never carry them. But this thing does not leave her side, ever. She doesn't even know I have this knife right now. She'd probably be pretty pissed off if she knew I actually snuck this out of her. This is actually in her jacket pocket. It's either in her purse, her jacket pocket, or her pants pocket. Only issue I've had with the Natives, well, I haven't, but my wife has, and she uses this every day at work. You can see it's pretty dirtied up. She uses it to open up boxes and cut down boxes and stuff at work, which she does a lot of. And I have not sharpened this blade since she got it, and this thing is still razor sharp. It's S30V steel, made right here in Golden, Colorado earth. Just a great little knife. And if you ever want, like, your girlfriend or wife or someone to carry a knife and they're resistant to it, get her one of these. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if it's because it's pink or what it is, but man, my wife loves this knife. But what I was saying, the only issue I've had with it is her pocket clip actually fell off. This had a pocket clip just like this one. It fell off. And so if you get one and you don't want your pocket clip to fall off, just tighten that down nice and tight. Maybe put some Loctite on it to make sure your pocket clip doesn't fall off, because her pocket clip fell off and then she misplaced it. But she likes it. She prefers it like this. I put this lanyard on it that I got when I was in the Sugar Creek Forge build-along. So I got this from Tim, and great little lanyard. And she enjoys having that lanyard on there instead of using it as a pocket clip. So there you go. There's another Spyderco. Here's another Spyderco. This is a Tenacious, which has been Duracoated by Mission Spec Camo. And pretty nice job they did. I love this pattern. I forget what they call it. Desert something or other. Desert Dragon maybe. Really awesome camouflage pattern that they put on it. It's like a honeycomb type deal. It's really awesome. I like it. If you ever want a knife of yours to really stand out, I'd say send it to Mission Spec. The only problem with it is it doesn't come sharp. It's a little bit sharp, but not real sharp, because they paint right over the blade all the way down to the edge. They didn't bother taping up the blade or resharpening it after they Duracoated it, but that's cool. Whatever. I know how to sharpen a knife. But yeah, it did come rather dull. I mean, there's a little bit of edge on there I can feel. But yep, there it is. Another knife I got from J. Heinz Yahoo. This is the Oppo number 8 carbon. Pretty cool little knife. Made in France. CRKT Pizzoda. And a CRKT Pizzoda too. My Leatherman. What you call it? Wingman. I do not recommend this. I'll have to make a video. I do not recommend this for someone who seriously needs a multi-tool, and seriously needs a multi-tool that you're actually going to use a lot. This is a beginner multi-tool. This would be a good multi-tool for your wife or a kid, or just somebody who's really not going to use it that often. For the pliers, the plier head, especially the wire cutters, because they're pretty crap. And you know, it's a $30 Leatherman, so what do you expect, I guess? But if you really need this is like a light use, a really light use multi-tool. As a matter of fact, this Leatherman here, my Leatherman CS4 Juice, this thing is a more capable multi-tool than this one. It's just a higher quality build. You can actually cut wire with the wire cutters on this one, whereas this one, I don't know if you can see, they're already dented. I tried to cut wire the first time with those plier heads, and that metal's really soft. You can't see it really well here, but yeah, anyway. This, I don't know what this is. I don't know who makes it. Other than China, I don't know who makes this. Well, this is actually a Kubotan with a hidden knife. What good it is, I don't know. I picked this up. This actually might be one of the knives I've had the longest. But it's basically a Kubotan, and it's got a knife blade hidden in the center of it. But, you know, if you ever need that knife for anything, a defensive situation, be like, hey, dude, wait a second. Let me turn my Kubotan into a knife here. And there, okay, now let's go. It does have really good grip, good knurling on there. So if you did have time to actually deploy the blade, you could use it without a whole lot of worry that you're going to slide up on the blade, because it does provide a lot of grip. And it works well as a Kubotan. I mean, that's pretty much it. I got another blade here. I got from J. Heinz. I won off in one of his first contests. I think his 100 sub contest. This is a Highlander. I don't know much about this, but it's a nice knife. Won it from a friend, so it's cool. I got this pretty cool little knife. This is a Hyde. Yeah, Hyde. And I don't know much about it. This is a knife I found. Here's one of the knives I made in the Sugar Creek Forge build-along. And here's another knife that I made in the Sugar Creek Forge build-along. And here's some Frost cutlery. Just to end the day out with some Frost cutlery. Throw some pimpage out. Oh, what's that? Flying Falcon, like a boss, boss. You know what? I really need to get my Flying Falcon video up on this channel. I'll have to do that, because I've made a video about the Flying Falcons, and you just don't know how awesome the Frost Cutlery Flying Falcon is until you watch my video. So I'll have that up here. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And here's another Frost Cutlery. This is the Barracuda. Oh yeah, some of my older knives and gift knives. My friend gave me. The same guy gave me that. Gave me all of my Frosts. All right, that's it, yo. There's my collection, buddy. All right, Army Stinger. This is going to be an extraordinarily long video. But hey, you know what? If you want to sit through it and check out the knives, that's cool. If you don't, you don't. I don't blame anybody for not making this long, but this is my support. Go check out ArmyStinger150. Great channel, great guy. Check him out. I'm Mikey Z, signing off. Peace.